Hi everyone, hopefully by now you've seen my full review on the 2021 Toyota RAV4 Prime, the plug-in hybrid version of the RAV4. This is obviously a big deal car for Toyota. It has the most pure EV range of any plug-in hybrid on sale today. But one of the other headline figures that Toyota is really proud about is the acceleration. Because with the increased amount of batteries in the floor of this thing, up to 18.1 kilowatt hour battery pack now, horsepower jumps from 219 in the RAV4 Hybrid to 302, and Toyota says that because that EV torque hits at 0 RPM instantly, this thing has incredible acceleration figures. Toyota claims it will do 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds, which is silly, honestly, for something as big as the current RAV4 family SUV, but it's definitely fun to play with, and you can tell they're really excited about it. So I figured I'd record some very informal acceleration runs playing around with the RAV4 Prime. Traction control kicked on. That's crazy. Merging on an on-ramp, going 15 miles an hour. Traction control is kicking in. Oh my god. That's silly. Alright, stuck behind a guy going 55 miles an hour on the freeway, overtaking. Still on the freeway, the only difference is I put the shifter into sport mode now. We'll see if it changes anything. Oh my god, that's so silly. Oh my god. Has this been a scientific test? Absolutely not. What I can tell you is the RAV4 Prime is absolutely as quick as Toyota claims it to be. Though with every electrified powertrain, the acceleration tapers off at higher speeds because you don't get that advantage of the instant torque off the line of the EV batteries. But man, this thing is a lot of fun to drive. But some pro tips for the aspiring 16-year-old drag racers out there who steal the keys to their parents' RAV4 Prime. First up, for best performance, you want to make sure obviously the EV battery is charged up. In my case, I've been playing around with this thing all morning. I had it at 100% charge this morning. I'm at about 75% charge now. Just make sure there's some juice in the batteries. Second up, go to the drive mode selector down here and turn it over to the right into sport mode. Again, kind of obvious stuff, but the key thing you really want to focus on are the buttons up here. I mentioned in the review, there's the auto EV HV button and the HV EV toggle button. You want to put it in auto, that way that the RAV4 Prime knows to use both the EV batteries and the hybrid setup. That's how you get the full 302 horsepower. As far as the drive versus the sport mode, it doesn't make that much of a difference. But you absolutely do want to turn traction control off for the 0 to 60 sprint, just because this thing, as you can hear, it chirps the tires, it does burnouts, and if you leave the traction control on, it will cut the power and cuts the fun really fast. But there's a bit of a caveat to that. The traction control button, which is down here under the AC controls, you have to press it quite hard and hold it for 3 seconds for it to turn off. You can only turn it off when you're driving at low speed. If you're on the freeway like right now, I can push the button, it doesn't do anything, it's completely disabled. So you'd be driving at low speed or stopped for the button to even work, and as a safety precaution, it periodically just turns the traction control back on. So if you are doing back-to-back acceleration runs, say you are the 0.000001% who's actually at the drag strip, remember to turn the traction control off once you hit the line, because otherwise it turns itself back on. You can actually see in the display, it holds the traction control off prompt for like 20 seconds, then turns itself back on. So definitely remember to hold the button down before you blast off the line in this thing. Otherwise, I hope you found this fun. I certainly did. This is a really fun little car to drive. Who knew that you could have a 302 horsepower family SUV that can get over 60 miles to the gallon really easily, and even more if you keep the batteries charged up. All for under 50K, fully loaded with every luxury you could ever want. What a time to be alive. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time where I go do more fun things with cars. Bye.